Hi, folks. Thanks for being here. Hope you finished the quiz and everyone did great. And I hope now you see that you have a project we're going to work on. So right now, hopefully the substitute has passed out the project rubric so you can follow along. I'm going to see if I can view this so it's full screen. Awesome. Okay, so you have your partners. That's who you're going to be working with. Please make sure that you make a good decision and you work hard and support the people in your group. So we're going to do a polynomial project. And here's the polynomial project we're going to do. First off, you're going to create a water park, okay? And this water park is going to give a bird's eye view of the design. And so when you look, like if you were flying above the water park, looking down is what you're going to see. And so that's how you're creating polynomials, okay? The layout will be completed you can create it on a piece of paper. But you're going to do a lot of the setup work today, and then next class we'll talk about how do we actually lay that up. The curves of your polynomial will be the ones seen from the bird's eye view, not the ones that create the slopes of the slides, okay? If you're unclear with how this is going to work, look at the examples that I have right now, and then just do all the math, and then I'll show you how to set it up. I've already picked out your groups. So each of you have 3 people and you'll be making 5 rides. Rides are like graphs. On a different sheet of paper, you're going to label and include some information. So let's look and see what you're going to do. This is the rubric for you. It is 5 points for the number of rides, 1 for the name of the water park, 5 for the graphs for each of them. The equation information table fully filled out, so that will be given to you. And the domain restrictions, we'll talk about that in class on Monday, the final project. So the final score is 75 points, okay? So let's talk about when this is due, because that's the first question that people are going to ask me, okay? You have today in class, okay, and probably not much time since it's a shorter period. You have all of Monday to work on it. That's 93 minutes. And then we will be reviewing for your class specifically on Wednesday. You're welcome once you're done reviewing to work on it, but I don't believe there'll be any time. And it will be due the day you take test. So either 5-4 for you, or for my B-Day class is 5-8. Just as a reminder, you won't have any homework next week except to study for your test. So this is some stuff you may have to work outside of class on. Okay, so let's look at some examples. This is a really great one right here. This is probably one of the best ones I've seen, just because they did a great job of integrating their ride into the park, okay? So this is a polynomial right here. And how they started this was they picked their x-intercepts, then they worked backwards and wrote them as factors, okay? I like this one a lot because they actually made the park around the x-intercepts. This group only did 3. Do you notice how their rides overlap each other, but they don't actually have, well, I guess these two have similar points, so I guess that's okay. I would prefer them not to, but it's fine if you do. And I liked how they made this walkway as part of their x and y axis. They plotted this, and then they actually gave domains that it could only go up from here to here, here to here. We'll talk about how to make those restrictions next class, okay? This is another one that I thought was kind of interesting. I had some people last year do this where they just created all of their polynomials, and then what they did was they put those graphs onto their piece of paper. That's fine as well. And this is a really good one right here that they created it all on a piece of paper. It was great. Again, I liked how they have these little rides here, and they went from there. Okay, so what are you going to do first today? You're going to get together with your group. You're going to name your water park, and you're going to create your 5 graphs. You're going to determine your layout, and how you determine your layout is whether it's like the first one where you integrate the park in it, or you just make all your graphs. And then you're going to sketch or plot your x-intercepts. Where do you want them to be? And then lastly, and I'm not sure if you'll get to this point, but you're going to fill out the equation information table. Okay? The equation information table is what you're going to start. You're going to fill out your x-intercepts. You're going to write your equation in factored form, okay? Fill out the degree, the orientation, and the end behavior. I'll help you next class with how to change it into standard form and how to do domain restrictions. Really, that has to be done on Desmos, and so I would wait on that. If you can get all that done, you're at a great spot. And the reason I say sketch is because you want to make sure your x-intercepts, like I would actually make a sketch, put my x-intercepts on there, and then start kind of filling this out. Everything needs to be at least a degree 3. Going more than degree 3 may result in some bigger equations, but you can do that, okay? It's good to do this now, and then we'll test these on Desmos and see what they actually look like and if we need to make any things. Most likely we'll have to add a lot of a values in order for our graphs to be smaller, but at least we can get this part started, okay? You do have homework. It's the remainder theorem practice. Thanks.